What's up, everybody? Today we got a very special guest in the building on the Socially Distant podcast. We got Marques Singleton, international basketball superstar. Thank you for being here with us, Marques. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm just irritated and bored.
I feel you on
Yeah,
that.
man, I hear that. How you holding up during the quarantine?
I mean, most of the stuff I do anyway ain't affected, man. But most importantly, man, like I just try to keep myself busy. Try not to look at CNN and the news too much. Try to look at it just enough to have some idea what's going on. But
Yeah, yeah,
just try to keep myself busy.
yeah. I think now it's important to do your own research and not get it from the news media because they're
Real
gonna
straight.
skew it the way they want to skew it.
Definitely going to school the way they want to skew it.
Most definitely.
But we gonna get right into our interview, you know what I'm saying? Marques, can you tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you do?
My name is Marques Singleton, aka OT, aka Must See, aka International OT 215, But yeah, man, all jokes aside, I'm a retired professional basketball player. I played in South America and Asia for about 5, 6 years. I've been coaching and training over in Southeast Asia for the past 3 years. I'm just your average guy, man, that just never gave up, kept pushing through all the negativity, all the no's, all the doors that was closing. I'm just a prime example of someone that can tell people that all you have to do is believe in yourself, man. Anything is possible, man. You're gonna have doubters in life. You're
Yep.
gonna have people that put, like Jay-Z say, you're gonna have people that put their fears on you because they're afraid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just an ordinary guy that just like chased his dream. And I didn't make it to the NBA, but I was able to successfully play professional basketball overseas for a few years, form a lot of relationships, start some businesses, and now I'm coaching and training kids now, you know.
So
Yeah.
let's talk more about where do you first started playing basketball? Let's just go there.
To be honest, basketball wasn't even my first sport. My first sport was baseball. But I probably started playing basketball at like the age of maybe 8 or 9 years old, maybe
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9. That's when I first started playing it. I wasn't really like passionate and in love with it in the beginning. Um, I first became passionate and real serious about it when I first seen Michael Jordan, and I believe that was the when I first saw him play. I think that was the 91 or 90. I think 91 when he won his first championship.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it wasn't 91. I was too young then. This was, I think, 9-6 when they beat Utah.
Okay. Okay.
When I was around
All
like
right.
10 or 11 years old. That's when I
Was that
really
number
started
5?
taking it real serious around that
Mm-hmm.
time.
So tell us about the journey that basketball took you on and all the things that you was able to do uh but through the game of basketball.
Uh, Anybody could tell you I'm a prime example of a journeyman. I should be the number one journeyman. I should be in the Hall of Fame of journeyman. Where can I start? It was a journey. It was a tough road. It was plenty of bumps. Where can I start? So basically, from elementary to middle school, I was real skinny, smaller than everybody. Um, was athletically awkward, as you could say. I was a late bloomer, so I really didn't play at all. I went to camps. I played in leagues at the YMCA's. Think positive image, like all the like stuff that everybody else was playing in the city, but like I wasn't really playing. Um, Only time I really got a chance to play was in camps when they gotta let you play. High school, I got cut twice in high school. I got cut in 10th grade and 12th grade. I got cut twice in high school. That was hard. I played around. I didn't go to class all the time. I didn't have the best grades. Most of the time, I was either academically ineligible or I was so bad to the point that I wasn't like no Iverson. So the coach in the school didn't want to even let me play.
Mm-hmm.
So high school, it was pretty much it was the hardest for me. I would come to practice, and the coach would I would come to trials, I would do my thing. Assistant coach would be there because our coach was the disciplinary aide at the same time. So I would always be in his office all the time for stuff. So he
Mm-hmm.
would tell me, don't come to tryouts. And I would come anyway. And once he'd get there, he'll just kick me out. So I had no chance, but I just would go for the wreck. I would get there early, cook everybody, go at the best players or whatever, or get cooked myself and just be out. So high school was hard. I didn't really get a real chance to really play until I went to Lower Marion. When I moved out there, um, Coach Downer gave me a workout when I went for orientation. Gave me a little private workout. Killed the joint. He had me do my vertical. He wanted to see how good my vertical leap was. He had me shoot, had me do conditioning. I killed the joint. Automatically made the team. Went through practice, killed everybody. Tryouts, made the team. Played in a couple scrimmages, preseason games, but again, same problem. Couldn't keep my grades up. Gave me one chance, told me to get my grades up. Marking period came again, let me go. So then that pretty much was all the high school ball I played.
Mm-hmm.
Then after high school, um, I didn't go to college right away for the first 2 years. First 2 years, I went the street ball route. When I was coming up, and one was really the move. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people wanted to be on the and one tour, make it to get an and one contract, even
Yeah,
more than they
I
wanted to
remember
make it to
watching
the
those
NBA.
clips.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
remember that.
that's how it was in my era. Like because it was more realistic. It was more realistic. Them dudes is regular dudes.
Yeah.
Because it was just more realistic. Like it was fun. Like you got sold out arenas. You could do tricks. You're going here, there. You're getting free gear. You're going everywhere. It became more of a dream for me. So I did that for first 2 years out of high school. I did that. Cross everybody up in the neighborhood. All the leagues doing slip and slides, all kind of crazy stuff. People mad at me that I'm doing it, but in the beginning, but then irking people. But then later on, I got really good at it. So then I was putting on shows and getting ISOs and all that, you know. But it wasn't doing nothing really for me. I was doing just bragging rights. So I did that. Then when I hit the age of 20, that's when my mom told me I had to stop playing around and get my life together and do something with myself. I'm grown now. So that's when I went to community college, Delaware County. I went there. My first year there, made the team, had the same problem. Grades, messed up. Um, was cool, but I still was able to play. So I played my first year, the first half. Then the second half, I couldn't play because I ended up actually I played the second half because my first half I got stabbed, you know, and I had to withdraw out of school and all that. So it was really rough for me. So then doctor told me I wouldn't be able to play ball for at least 6 to 8 months. But like I said, I never let nobody tell me what I could or couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
So I got back on the court within 3 months and got right to it. Played the second half of that year, then came back the following year. Didn't play much the first year. I think first year I averaged I think 12 points, 5 rebounds, and I think 3 assists. My sophomore year, I stepped it up. I averaged 15, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And then from there, I started getting offers at D2 and D1 schools to transfer. After I was done my eligibility there, couldn't keep my grades up, man. Fooling around C minus, C plus grades. So a lot of my bumpy road was my fault. But I did that, and actually Phil Martelli, I knew him from going to the camps and all that from ages 8 to 18. I talked to him. He actually gave me a green light. Said if I could get and graduate at DCCC with a 2.5, he said that I would automatically be on the team and I would be good. I would have to earn my own playing time. got up to like a 2.4, couldn't get to 2.5, man. So I lost that opportunity. So then from there, I'm losing all the offers because I can't get my grades up and my clock is ticking. So then I ended up transferring to Slippery Rock University, where my junior college coach knew the coach there. So he got me recruited there, and I was going to go there and play. And then last minute, they fired the coach. They bring in another coach. So then I'm stuck. There's no other school. So I go there and I had to try out. So I went from having a spot to having to try out. Everybody that's played collegiate basketball, they know when new coaches come in to bring in their own recruits, how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I
Mm-hmm. I
had
know
to prove
exactly.
myself. So all that time at JUCO, from getting stabbed, from fooling around, taking almost 2.5 years to finish a 2-year program, I burnt out most of my eligibility on the D2 level. My D1 clock was done. I only had, let me see, I had 2 semesters left, but I only played 2 years at the JUCO. So because I didn't have my associate's degree in time, I had to sit for a semester. So I only had 1 semester left. So he just was like, it's no point. So then I just practiced and I played in the murals with the team and all that and did that. And I just worked out and stayed in shape.
Mm-hmm.
And just always was in the gym, always was lifting, always was running, and just stay ready. Like I was in better shape than dudes that was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was lifting with them. I was calling them up like, yo, you trying to go running? Like I like we was like getting it in. So then after all that, when I finished all that, I was like, man, I probably won't never play ball like on a high stage ever again. But I just, I didn't give up. I came home, played in the little leagues and stuff like that, stayed in shape. And then from there, bam. And then from there, I kept playing in like rec leagues, and then there was a semi-pro team that started in West. I started playing with them, played a few games, and then I got a call from a guy named Calvin Brown, that had a team from Maryland in the same minor league pro league, and he took me with a couple of his guys from the DMV down there, and we played on like a 2-3 month tour. Like it was like similar to N1, but it wasn't. Like we was like, I'm talking about crazy. Like we had sold out arenas. Like I'm talking about like no exaggeration. Like I'm talking about like worse than probably what I see LeBron and Curry them go through when I watch them on TV. Like I'm talking about like I walk, because you gotta understand, like these people never seen Americans.
Yeah.
And I'm in Lima, Peru. I'm down in South America. These people never seen Americans. And then on top of that, they definitely never seen no Black Americans.
Yeah.
And then third, Black American basketball players.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
this is the closest they're going to get to like being around these NBA players. So like, I'm talking about walking in the arenas. I'm talking about like, I got a hat on. Somebody snatched the hat off my head walking in. I'm talking about like crazy, like women screaming, begging me to give them their number, their Facebook, like por favor, Facebook, like I'm talking about like crazy, like to the point that like I'm like, yo, if this is what I'm going to do down here, what they go through on a daily basis. Like I'm talking about, I can't even eat with my teammates in the mall, people walking up to me with I'm talking about like not even asking, like putting the pen and the paper in my face while I'm eating. Like that was just like a humbling experience, man. Like some people down there let it go to their head, but it was like a humbling experience. So that's where I really started, you know what I'm saying, on that tip. And I did that 2 years in a row out there, form relationships and all that. And then from there, bam, then I just started getting phone calls from people like, yo, come to this camp, come here, come there, go there, get cut, go to the next one, get cut, go to the next one, not give up. Bam, 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 bam. Mind you, I'm a 6'2" two guard. So we dying in this business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm grinding bad. So then after all that, then I just kept pushing, and I ended up getting a call. I went out to DR, got invited out there, was playing in tournaments out there. I ended up being on the same team as Jamichi Rice. Y'all know Jamichi Rice is? That's the youngest son of Glenn Rice. So I'm in there practice one day. Then Rice comes walking in practice. So I'm looking. Mind you, I was a kid when he was playing for real. So like he walk in, I'm looking like, yo, man, where do I know this dude from? And then like I'm looking like, yo, that's Scratch Man. I'm like, yo, that's Glenn Rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So then from there, I'm just forming relationships. You know what I mean? From there, and then from there, like I just kept grinding. Every time I came home, I would just go get back in the gym. And then I had opportunities. I got invited to go out LA and train with the pros and a lot of them NBA guys that be in the summertime. And I just went out there for like 4 summers in a row. And every time I was home, I went out LA, practice. Like I'm talking about I was in the gym with the Thompson brothers, Clay and Michael Thompson one time. One time Stanley Johnson was in the gym. Harden came in there. JaVale McGee. Like just a lot of people that like people would be like, yo, like I'm talking about like this regular, like no Hollywood, like no, let me get your autograph. Like dudes just come in, yo, what's good, bro? Where you from? Type, just get to it.
Yeah.
Before Rico Hines, I don't even know if Rico Hines had that going on at that time. I think it was just starting. But I'm just out there like with all these type guys, man, and I'm like in the gym with them working out, hooping, working on my hand, my game, my conditioning. I'm just in there with them, and it's like that was my first time really being around them type dudes, seeing and playing against them, and like, damn, like it's really levels to this. Like it's really levels to this.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about effortless, like no sweat, just like I'm talking about like the worst NBA player you see in there will give you 100, like with no problem.
Damn.
Like I'm out Venice Beach, George Hill. He an average NBA player. I'm talking about he getting 50 balls out there in one half.
God damn.
Like easy. So then from there, I formed relationships with people and I grinded, and I just got to where I needed to get. And then from there, that's when I flew out Asia and I started getting out there in that mix. And the next thing I know, I'm out Mongolia where Genghis Khan and them from. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm out Mongolia. First, when they said Angolia, they said Mongolia. I'm thinking of Angolia, like when Barkley back in the day, Dream Team elbowed the dude in his chest.
Oh, yeah. I know.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I ain't going over no Angolia. I'm cool. But they like Genghis Khan. I'm like, for real? So I go over there. That experience was crazy, though. That experience, I'm talking about, it was nothing like the DR in Peru where it was love. I'm talking about everywhere I go, people trying to fight.
Yeah.
Like, Rumble, like Mongolia, like I'm talking about, like I couldn't do nothing. Like you couldn't go to the club, dudes trying to swing on you. You can't go out to the restaurant, the bar. I'm talking about like it was just bad. Like that was the only country I've been where like I love y'all out there. You mean no disrespect, y'all could be like that's the first place I ever been where I felt unwanted. Yeah, that's the only place I ever been. And I wasn't really feeling it there. I had a homie from college that was playing in Singapore in Southeast Asia. He like, look, it's 3 teams out here looking for a guard right now, man. Bam. I negotiated with the 3 teams, and that's how I ended up in Singapore. I played with 2 different teams out there. And then from there, like I said, the relationships kept going. And then so that's where I'm at now, where I'm training, coaching kids. So, like, I go over to any of them countries in Asia anytime I want and do my own private lessons, set up my own camps, or do a collaboration with somebody else. But like it was never given to me. Like nobody never like, yo, that's my man. Give him a jersey. Look out, or like somebody knew my mom or knew my uncles. Nah, it was. I ain't never. I don't know what it's like to have no silver platter laid out for you on no basketball court. I had to always work for it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So like, let's go off those like moments that you had like overseas. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? You think?
I say you talking about like just being out and about, or you mean like
your best memories playing basketball overseas and your worst memories playing basketball overseas?
Okay, best memory. My best memory, I would say, was in Peru, because over there I really felt like a rock star. Like I couldn't go nowhere without nobody running up asking for an autograph or somebody giving me something free. Like I walk in the store, oh no, it's okay on me. Like over there, it was like I really like that was the best experience. Like to this day, I ain't been out there since like 2013. If I pulled up, there's a plenty places I could just pull up and I would be good. Like wouldn't need no money or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, that was the best a situation. As far as like that. But as far as the worst, I would say in Mongolia, like one time I was out in the club, one time with my teammates, and we having a good time and everything, and we sitting there at the table, laughing, talking, having drinks or whatever. And the ladies around, but the worst experience was like they had in Asia, they had like they don't allow you to smoke in the clubs. So they have like smoke rooms
Mm-hmm.
inside the clubs where you have to go smoke, but it's like closed off. So like I was with my team and like everybody out there smokes cigarettes heavy. Like I'm talking about they smoke cigarettes before practice, after, like it's nothing. And still be in shape. Like,
That's
uh,
different.
That's like some 1950s level different shit.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they are. Like, you see somebody in the States chain smoking cigarettes, they not gonna be able to outrun you on no court when it's time to do suicides.
Mm-hmm.
But over there, don't be fooled. But like we was in the club, I was in the smoking room with them chilling while they was sitting there smoking, and this dude walked up. He was like probably about your size, gig, maybe a little taller. Walked up on me and was like, "Hey, I never met like Black American players. I love y'all. Y'all the best." Took a picture, selfie, shook my hand, all that. Then like I was with them later on in the room again. They went back in there like an hour later. Go in there, same dude comes in. So the energy with the vibe was cool. So when I see him walk in, I don't think nothing. Like there's no negative, like
Mm-hmm.
nothing gonna happen. He come in, he like, I forgot to tell you something. I'm like, what? He comes up to me and like takes his two fingers and like hits me like this. Like this. So I look at him like my reaction, like, yo, what you doing? He seemed a little bent because the way he moving.
Mm-hmm.
So like he tapped me. I'm looking at him like, he like, I forgot to tell you something. I'm like, what's that? He was like, we don't like you and you know what, over here. And then from the gate, before I could even react, he just tried to take my head off. And I just like ducked it. I ducked. And then all my bulls I was with out there, they just started tussling with them in the club. They just started tussling and then we left. So that was the worst experience. Cause like I was lit. And I'm mind you, this ain't like no European country or no other country in Asia where a lot of Americans or foreigners are there for business, for
Mm-hmm.
teaching, for playing basketball, soccer. I'm in Mongolia where it's probably 30 foreigners in total in the country. Black people, probably, let me start, Americans, probably like 10 out of maybe 15. Out of all them 15 Americans, maybe it's 5 or 6 blacks there.
Yeah.
So you can understand like the
Damn.
ratio, how much I'm outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
So like you ain't had no numbers on your side, nothing.
Nah,
Besides
I
the team.
had I had one teammate, Kashif Watson. That was oh yeah, CJ Watson brother used to play for the Magic. He was there with me. I had him there with me. Smush Parker and to Hashim Tabit was out there, but they was former NBA players, so they didn't mingle with like the rest
But
of us.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
was doing their own thing.
So would you say that was your biggest culture shock, like
Yeah,
out there, out of my?
because everywhere I ever went is always love. That was the first place where like I had to really like it was worse than being back in the hood back in Philly, like having to
Mm-hmm.
look over my shoulder, seeing if somebody going to sucker punch me. That's how
Yeah.
bad it was out there. Like it was
I
not
heard
off
I
the
heard
chart.
I heard that it get kind of violent over there in like the Southeast Asian countries a little bit. And they
Yeah, it depends on which country you in though. Um Most of the Islamic, like the Muslim Asian countries, is pretty peaceful. Like
yeah.
Singapore, Malaysia, they got watch what I say because I might be back over there. Malaysia is like is straight. They got JB. A small like city on the border of Singapore. It's like people be getting robbed but like their standards of like violence is like they might have like 5 people get robbed in a year, and they think it's like the most dangerous place to be. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
so like they're pretty Indonesia. It's straight there. Another like Muslim ain't no problems there. Philippines, they wouldn't hurt a fly. Filipino people, they don't want no trouble, no violence. It's pretty chill. You don't worry about nobody really. The places in Southeast Asia where it's crazy probably at, I would say probably like Cambodia,
Yeah.
probably wild out there. I ain't never been to Cambodia. Probably Cambodia, um, Vietnam, maybe. I don't know. I've never been to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it get crazy. So probably Thailand probably could get a little crazy, but it also depends on who you hang with, who you
Yeah.
around, what you
Yeah.
getting into. If you out there thinking, "Oh, I'm an American and I could talk to y'all any way I feel like it because I'm from the U.S." Then you're being in some deep, you know what, man.
Yeah, for sure. So like out of all the places you've been in your career, what's your favorite place to play at? Like where was your favorite place that you played?
Like your arena could be nothing to fan, something like just how you had your best game, some like favorite place.
Uh, I would say the favorite place I played would be Singapore because it was very safe, very secure. You don't got to worry about no violence, nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. But like from fans and all that. But like, I would say Singapore because like everybody in the country when we were playing, people would leave work, would leave school early. I would say there. I would say the most challenging place I ever played, like as far as like, I would say the DR, because when I played in the DR, like we was like straight in the hood, like dudes on the sideline with machetes in their hand, talking crazy,
Damn.
stuff like that. Like that was the most challenging place I would say. Even though Mongolia had to deal
Mm-hmm.
with all that, but like I didn't have people like on the side of the bench with a machete in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think was your best game throughout all your career that you can think of off the top of your head?
And not just professional, just anywhere.
Anywhere, anywhere.
Um, I would
And like
say
how many?
my best game was my sophomore year of college. We had a scrimmage with American Christian with Tyreek Evans. Um, they used to practice at the same facility where we practice at, and they wanted to give an early glimpse of Tyreek Evans. Everybody knew he was going to NBA, so CN8 came out. And it was crazy. Like the game was like right outside of Chester, so it was like all of Chester, like no Philly.
Mm-hmm.
It was just me and like one of my teammates from Philly, and that was it. So it was like me versus them in the whole city of Chester. I'm talking about like I watched Tyreek Evans. Like I used to see him practice. I used to see him like shoot lift when I used to have practice and stuff. I used to see him, but like in the layup line, like I'm talking about like in the layup line, I'm talking about he doing all kind of like layups. The layup package was one thing about him, like his layup package was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I've seen highlights on him
Nah,
the other day on NBA TV, like in jelly
that's
like
him.
his
real rap.
layup, like the way he would just like he'll hold the ball up in his hand, cuff it. Like his layup, like it ain't too many people messing with his layup package. Like
Mm-hmm.
his layup package was crazy. His handles was
That's one of
crazy.
the
But
things that had me think he was gonna be a superstar for real, for real.
Yeah.
the crazy thing about him, the one thing was crazy about him was like his form when he shot it. It looked like he wouldn't make it, but like it was wild because the scouting report on him was that like make him shoot, he couldn't shoot, but like he could shoot. Like it was
Yeah.
like he was so skilled. Like I wasn't used to like you gotta understand as I got in like I was much younger then, but like it wasn't. He had that whole what can I say? He had that playground game like Flip Murray. Like
Yeah.
he had that
Yeah.
playground game. You could tell who got good by dribbling around cones their whole life and who actually like learned on the playground. You could tell that he learned on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like that game was crazy. Like, I was young. I was older than him though, but I probably was like 20, 21. He might have been like 18, but he was like 10 times better than me. But like I remember like our best player, he was like much older than us. He was like 25. You know, when you play in JUCO, you can have people of all ages.
Yeah.
So like we had this dude on our team, Lorenzo. If he hear this podcast, he'll be mad. But look, facts is facts. Lorenzo was playing scared, man. He was playing scared. It was him and another guy. They were older guys do Manny. He could jump out the gym. They both from Delaware. They both was 25. So like our coach thinking that like the players to put the oldest guys on him. Man, I'm talking about he was playing scared. Everybody was playing scared. Like he called a timeout. He said, man, everybody's scared. Man, he put me in. I got my chance, man. I said to myself, I'm looking at Tyree Evans. I'm talking about he doing whatever he want to do. Layup packages, step backs, shooting the ball behind his head. Or like, it just was crazy. I said to myself, I said, yo, I said, I get in the game, man. I'm going to make sure this dude remember me and know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I just was telling the whole game before I got in. I'm just looking like, yo, man, I'm guarding him. And he's going to remember. If he don't remember my name, he's going to remember the light-skinned boy, something. He going to remember something. And as soon as I got in, man, I hopped in my Patrick Beverly mode. Like, it didn't do me no good, but I hopped in my Patrick Beverly mode. Like as soon as 94 feet him all the way up, I'm talking about, I'm up on him. Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm up on him to the point that, like, I almost can kiss him. Pause. I'm up on him. I'm up on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up on him, and like it's just so easy for him. Like he's just like smiling, laughing, dribbling, just doing whatever. But every time I had the ball, man, if he wasn't guarding me, I asked for a ball screen to get him on me, and I just was going at him. The cameras was rolling, the whole Chester was there, and like you know how dudes like that, they don't take it as serious as you, so they play it sweet in the beginning. So he didn't know me. So anybody that know me know not to give me Rondo or Ben Simmons room.
Mm-hmm.
So he was leaving me, giving me space. I was just pulling them Jones. I probably hit like 3-4 trays in a row on him, and I just was going at him and ones and all that. Like that was probably the best like my career. Like I finished the game with like it basically was like a Reese Rice and LeBron situation. Not saying I'm on LeBron or Reese Rice level or he is, but it was like we got blew out, but we was going at it. Like I finished the game with 28, 8 and 8. I was 2 rebounds and 2 assists shy of a triple double. He finished the game with like 50. Like I think he had like 7 or 8 rebounds and probably had like 15 assists. And we ended up losing the game by almost 50. You know what I'm saying? But that because I was going at him, like, and after the game, he was like, man, good game, man. You got a future in basketball. You know what I'm saying? From there, that really like had me feeling myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the one time when I was like, man, I'm gonna go at this dude. And the crazy thing is, they recorded the game, but they pulled a Jordan Crawford on me when Jordan Crawford dunked on LeBron, and they pulled that footage. Like they wasn't trying to give up that tape. Not saying I destroyed him, but like I was going at him, like you know what I mean, and like nobody could see the score in the highlight, John. So I'm harassing my coach. I'm trying to get the information and seeing. I'm trying to get the film. I'm trying to use that. You know what I'm saying to get myself looked at, to get some. I'm like, yo, who this book going at Tyree Evans? Even though he was younger than me in prep school, you know, I was trying to get that jump, but they confiscated that tape, man.
Damn.
That John. They did the MJ Brown John. I seen you seen that picture the other day on Twitter.
Oh yeah, when Brown beat MJ at camp.
Yeah, they deleted that footage too. But
they be deleting footage when Mike get beat, but it's cool though. It's cool.
You're
I'm
not
not gonna go there
I don't
today.
believe it. I don't believe Mike lost, man.
to Bron. I don't know.
I don't believe it.
When Brown was 18, I believe it.
Listen, anybody on this earth, I believe them losing a one-on-one. But anybody tell me they beat Kobe or Jordan, I need proof. I need footage. I say they can be beat, but they've lost one-on-ones before to somebody. I just
Mm-hmm.
need to know who, and I need proof of it.
I
Stackhouse
need
talking
proof.
about, because everybody know Kobe used to destroy Stackhouse at the
Mm-hmm.
Bellevue when he was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Stackhouse said recently that he won most of them games. Where's the footage? We don't believe you.
Yeah, definitely don't
You're
believe
right.
him.
I mean, he
So
probably did beat him, though. You got to think about it. Stackhouse a grown man in the NBA. Kobe was skilled,
at
but he
that
ain't have
point,
that
yeah.
grown man strength.
Facts, he
I'm pretty
definitely.
much sure Stackhouse beat him one-on-one, but like I said, I got to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
But we don't
worst?
got agents.
What's the worst like agent story or like payment story like you ever heard or something like that? Something crazy.
My worst experience with an agent. Let me see. Let me think. Man, you got me thinking like I'm like 50. I got to think back. Uh, yeah, my. Let me see. Yeah, my worst experience was this agent I had. I forget his name, but it was called. I think it was called Aspire Management. Guy from like I think he was from like Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Was managing me when I was playing semi-pro in the States. He was like the most unprofessional. He reminded me of like a public defender that walks in a courtroom with like with a suit, looks like he got it from the Salvation Army. Um, like he just like he wasn't working. Like he did. I'd be like, "Yo, what's up? You got opportunity for me? I let you know." It had no, but I never had no like. If you ask me like, did anybody ever swindle me out of any money or do anything shady like that? Nah. I fired um one of my agents, my actual second agent. His name was Juan Carlos Garcia. He just was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was getting offers and doing stuff on my own. And I won't say I had the best resume to work with, but he just was lazy. Like I just was getting doing so much on my own. And he got to the point that like he got so mad when I got this job offer and he was trying to get his cut, but I told him like you didn't help me get this job. I
Yeah.
got this on my own. And like I had like a little battle with him like to get him out his contract with me to get another, but that was it. Had this guy John Watson in Australia. He was from Australia. He was the best agent I had. Like I'm talking about, he always would check on me, ask me how's my family doing. He would like this like call me, ask me like regular stuff, like how am I feeling. He would like send me like advances before I got my money from my contracts. Like invite me to come visit. Now I could bring my girl down
Mm-hmm.
there, stay at his home. Like he was like he made me feel like it was more than just business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So so like what's your advice to like young Coopers that want to like probably like make the NBA or if they're not good enough to make NBA, go play overseas?
My best advice to people: number one, do your schoolwork. Don't make it easier for a coach to cut you because your grades ain't right, or make a coach
Mhm.
be forced to cut you
Mm-hmm.
because your grades not right. That's the first thing I want to tell people. Don't play around in school because there are so many people who didn't make it to the NBA or didn't play D1 ball or didn't get to play pro ball overseas just because they couldn't keep their grades up. Because
Yeah.
I tell people, most coaches know that there's talent out here, and the reason why these guys ain't play D1 ball is because their grades wasn't right or they couldn't pass their SATs.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some coaches and scouts that will think that, oh, he didn't play D1 ball, he not good enough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then most importantly, there's plenty that say, oh, well, he ain't that serious. He ain't want to keep his grade. That's the next thing I want to tell them. The next thing I want to tell people is don't let nobody like tell you that you can't play at a certain level or you're not good enough. You know, if a person gives you constructive criticism, then listen to them. because they're telling you something that you can improve on, and most likely, maybe let me say that, but listen to constructive criticism if someone can really, if they're really trying to be helpful.
Yeah,
But
they really care. They really care.
because they care, because a lot of people will give you criticism, but you can tell they don't care for you to get better at what they're criticizing you on. But I tell people that the young guys be able to take criticism. If a guy says, coach tells you that you're good, but your fundamentals stink, believe him. He tells you need to work on your conditioning, believe him. He tells you your IQ stinks, believe him. These guys come from an era where it was more mental than physical, and they know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
That's the best thing I can tell people. Listen to those people.
Mm-hmm.
Do your schoolwork and don't fool around. And if a coach tells you you're not playing after high school, you're not playing after college, use that as motivation. Don't let people tell you what you can't do, because when people tell you that, sometimes people could really be telling you that to motivate you, but you'll never know.
yeah. You
You
gotta
know,
be able to you gotta be able to like take that criticism and like transfer
And
it.
make it sound positive.
and,
Exactly.
and another thing, don't think just because somebody ranked higher than you or average more points than you that you can't compete with them, or don't think that that means that you don't belong on a court with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I tell people that all the time, man. They humans, they breathe just like us. Everybody has a bad game.
Yeah. All right. So, future goals. What's next? I know you got a couple companies out there and everything. You want to like talk about
Yeah.
that a little bit?
We got a lot of time on our hands, so I'm sure you contemplating on, what's going on next for you.
We sure do have a lot of time on our hands. Um, well, what's current for me is I've been retired from playing professionally for the past almost 4 years. I've been, I started the little basketball academy I got up here at the JCC. I got the OT Skills and Drills Academy. So that what that is I mentor youth on not just basketball, on life. Um, I treat I teach just fundamentals. Um, you can learn all them tricks from somebody else. Um, I do one-on-one instruction. I do group classes. I got that. Um, I got two clothing lines. I got an urban clothing line here in Philly called Pro Shit Pro Stuff. Um, it represents being the best version of yourself, but being a professional, not just on a basketball court, but whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're serious about, just giving it your all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a sports apparel brand in Makati, Metro, Manila, Philippines, called OT Sportswear. Um, it's a brand inspired by me, OT, me, of course. And it basically represents the journeyman, the guy that's told no a million times, the guy that doesn't get no run at the park most of his childhood, that gets better. Like just tell people to just work. Some people are late bloomers. So everybody doesn't learn or excel. Plenty of people were 10 times better than me in high school, but after high school they couldn't tie my sneaks. Like that's the best thing I tell people with that, and that's the future for me. With this coronavirus and everything, I don't know what my future is going to look like. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the world might be over. We don't know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's fun, we laugh, but
Tomorrow
we
is
don't
not
really know.
promised.
That is definitely not a promise.
We don't know. It's not Tomorrow's not promised, and it definitely doesn't look promised with this coronavirus, COVID-19, man. So that's what's next for me, man. Besides that, I want to eventually, have my own um, camp every summer. Um, you know, Try to get some sponsors. Try to get like a free camp every summer or very low cost. Because everybody ain't fortunate like me to have a parent to send them to camps
Yeah.
growing up, or to pay a trainer, or to work on a game to still have something to do, to get some motivation to do something. So like that's what's next for me, that I'm hoping I can do. And what basically I just want to do is I just want to just motivate people because I'm a prime example of a journeyman with anything, not even just basketball.
Yeah.
Like just not to give up and just to work hard using motivation, man. I mean, you
You got
see,
any parts?
Kobe had Mamba mentality, and he was better than everybody. So
Yeah.
that should
Word.
tell people he in the gym doing 3 a days. You know what I'm saying? He better than everybody almost, and basically not almost. He better in his prime. He better than everybody in the NBA,
Yeah,
and he's
definitely.
still gym ratting. So that should tell people something.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Anything you want to leave the people with before we wrap it up?
As far as basketball or anything.
Anything,
Anything.
anything you want to say, anything you want to get off the chest.
Um, I would just tell everybody. I know everybody is upset that they can't go to couldn't go to their high school graduation, can't go to their
Prom.
career graduation, their prom. Thank you for giving me that. Their prom. One of my homies, supposed to get married a few weeks ago, couldn't get married. People having a hard time. I know the roughest thing people really having right now is not being able to have proper burial and funerals for their loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
My best
Mhm.
advice I can say to people is try to stay positive. Use your time wisely. Take the good out of it's good in everything. Take the good out of this. A lot of us are locked in our homes. Some of us still have to go to work, but majority of us are either laid off or aren't working at the time because of this, or aren't in school because of this. So take this time to maybe um, clean out your computer and create room. Uh, Reorganize your home, clean your home. Just do all the things that you procrastinate about during the regular times before this happened. Just try to do that. Keep yourself busy. Try not to look
Mhm.
at the TV as much.
Mm-hmm.
Don't not. I would say not look at the TV, at the news at all, but just try not to look at it as much because it is very draining and depressing.
Word.
But use this time to just like I said, keep yourself busy, spend it with your family, and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
spending this time arguing with people whether masks work or does masks work or are you going to get the virus. Listen, just follow directions, use common logical sense, and just relax and stay calm because I
Word.
do believe that we will get past this. But what people have to do is stay positive, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to thank you for coming on today, and we really appreciate you being our first guest. I think you just set a high bar for the next few
Oh,
people,
definitely
for
did.
for whoever comes after you. So we really appreciate that. We definitely learned a lot from you today.
I appreciate y'all having me.
No problem. All
I'll
right. So
do it again anytime.
thanks.
All right.
All right.